know about his contribution. And I learned a little bit about his past. I learned, for example, that he was a track star in Kingston. And he was a track star with my mentor in politics, a man named Frank Cahill. And they were touted all over the place as one of the best track teams in New York State. And way back when Ray Garrigan was mayor, that's when Charles passed away, when he lost his life, when he made his sacrifice. Ray Garrigan said that he wanted to make sure that there would be a permanent memorial to Charles in Kingston, so that the people of Kingston forever express their gratitude to this man who gave not just his life, but 12 years of his adulthood in service to his country. That didn't happen for a variety of reasons. A short time later, Frank Cahill, Charles's track mate, was the mayor of Kingston, and the Rondout Neighborhood Center was being built. And it was going to be named in honor of a fallen Kingston police officer. And it turned out that the federal law prohibited the naming of a building after an individual if he used federal money to build it. But Frank went to the dedication anyway. And there was a big uproar in Kingston about naming this building for Officer Brown. And Frank said, wait a second, I'd also like it to be named for my good friend, Charles Johnson. At least let's try to put a plaque there. Well, that didn't happen either. But Frank used to brag to me about his athletic prowess in high school, and he talked about his buddies. And I am certain that I heard at least 20 stories about your brother. I am certain of that, because that's what he liked to talk about, his days in high school. The street that we are on the corner of is the street where the Johnson family ultimately moved to. It's a meaningful place to be. It's meaningful because in his later part of his childhood, Charles spent time here, his family spent time here. And this became the center of a lot of activity for particularly the African American community in Kingston. One of the finest churches is right down here. Community existed all over here. Very few African American leaders were recognized. And today, we start to rectify that. My gratitude goes to Steve Noble and the City Council with the leadership of Tony. Absolutely, without Tony, this wouldn't have happened. My great thanks to our friend, Sheriff Juan Figueroa, for always honoring with his presence. My incredible debt of gratitude to the gentlemen who stand behind me, all of whom have served in our armed forces and never let an opportunity to remember a vet go by, the color guard. And thanks to all of you for giving us this opportunity to remember a great man who has not been thought of for too long, but will now be thought of for an eternity.